Hey guys, Austin here, and welcome back to another Pixelmon guide here on the channel. Today we're going to be going over how to get Kyurem-Black in your Pixelmon world. For those who don't know, Kyurem-Black is the fusion of Kyurem and Zekrom in Pokemon, which gives you this crazy fused being that is very unstoppable. And we're going to go over exactly how to get him today. So if you guys have been enjoying the Pixelmon guides on the channel, do me a favor, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new. And let's get right into this. I also do plan on making a Kyurem White video soon, but right now we're going over Kyurem Black. I am doing this most recent version of Pixelmon 9.2.3, which I know has a few bugs in it right now, but just keep in mind this guide still works for the majority of all Pokemon. As long as these Pokemon are in it, it should still all work the same, so no need to worry about that. And let's hop right into this. So the first thing you are going to need in order to craft this beautiful creature is catch yourself a Kyurem. Kyurem spawns in the ice spike biomes in the afternoons or dusk on land at a 0.5% chance. And upon catching the Kyurem, you are going to acquire what is known as the DNA Splicer. Kyurem has a 100% chance to be holding this item, so it is very crucial that you catch Kyurem first, just so you have two pieces of the puzzle right off the bat. The third and final piece of the puzzle is catching a Zekrom. Zekrom will spawn in the redwood biomes at night on land at a 0.5% chance. And once you acquire both these Pokemon and the DNA Splicer, you're good. Now, I know it says DNA Splicers plural because technically there's two, but as the held item, you only need one. You don't actually need two items. So for anyone who's confused about it being like a plural DNA Splicers, that's just the name of the item. You only need one. You don't actually need two. Now, if you guys are wondering if I've done guides on these two, the answer is yes. You can search up on my channel, or if I remember, I'll put them in the card top right-hand corner for Zekrom and Kyurem if you wanted a more in-depth guide on how to catch either of them. But once you acquire both a Kyurem and a Zekrom, as you can see, I have both shinies included. What you're going to want to do is right-click the DNA Splicers on the Zekrom or Reshiram, but I have Zekrom, so I'm going to shift, right-click, and it was given the DNA Splicer. Okay, maybe I should just right-click it. Oh, you had to right-click the Kyurem. It says right-click the Zekrom or Reshiram, but you have to right-click the Kyurem. That makes more sense. And it will, in case you're wondering, which you probably shouldn't do this, but if you have all three in your party, it's going to take just the top one that's in the party. But as you can see, we got ourselves a beautiful, giant, shiny Kyurem-Black, which is very impressive. If you are wondering for the stats of Kyurem-Black, on screen right now is what it's looking like. I will say it takes the IVs, EVs, nature moves of the Kyurem, but the ability comes from the Zekrom or the Reshiram. So if I look at its moves right now, you'll notice it has all ice moves. It didn't take the dragon moves, but that's because my Zekrom didn't have its fusion bolt move or whatever, but it should take that signature move as well, similar to how it works when you combine Solgaleo and Lunala with Necrozma. It should always take the signature moves and implant them into the new fused Pokemon. But as you can see, we have our now very obedient fused being. Now, if you're wondering how to actually split them up, I'm not entirely sure if it's just right-click again. The short answer is yes, right-clicking them does separate them. Long answer, your game will crash if you try to do that. But it does separate them again, so let's do it again. Throw out your Kyurem, right-click, fused being, ultimate creature. Let's fight something if I can find something. We'll fight this very innocent Sentret over here just to prove that you can, of course, use them in battle, and defeated and dropped pretty easy. And if you are curious on the actual drops of the fused being, I will actually Pokespawn in one, and just so you guys can have an idea. So Kyurem, I think it is Kyurem-Black. Oh no, it's Kyurem-Black. There we go. So let's actually fight a Kyurem-Black in battle and defeat it, just so we can go over if it actually does indeed have drops. It actually does have drops. It drops some blue ice and never melt ice. I'll spawn in one more and we'll KO it just to see if it drops anything else. But you're never going to encounter this in the wild unless you spawn it in. But it is nice that they do have drops that can occur. It would be funny if you could randomly acquire a boss version of Kyurem-Black and Kyurem-White. But either way, though, guys, that is how you get Kyurem-Black in Pixelmon. If this guy was helpful to you all, consider leaving a like on the video, subscribing if you're new, and a little bit of warning going into this. I don't know what version of Pixelmon you guys are playing in, be it the future, past versions, I don't know. But sometimes these fused beings tend to be a bit buggy in Pixelmon. Occasionally they do have glitches where the fusion doesn't work properly, the moves don't transfer properly, the stats don't transfer properly. It's bugs that are constantly being worked around in Pixelmon and fixed. But just keep that in mind. So if you're like, but this happened to me and that's not that what happened in your video, keep in mind you might be in a different version of Pixelmon and it might just not be working properly. Either way though, guys, I hope this was an entertaining video. If it was, leave a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.